Right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my first story time. I'm going to be telling you two stories. One's small and one's fairly large. Anyway, yeah, I'm playing Dying Light. Best game in my opinion, other than Red Dead. So anyway, at the time that I'm telling this, I had just started my fighting league in my boxing club. So, anyway, so I'm boxing. I get through a couple rounds winning, and then this dude from, in case you don't know, I live in New Zealand, and there's a place called Kaiapoi, and there's a guy I'm fighting from Kaiapoi. And this dude bets 50 push-ups and 60 sit-ups that he'll beat me, and he's bigger than me. So I beat him, and he gets so mad, he takes off his glove and punches a bag without his fist, and it misses and breaks his own nose. Anyway, that was just one I wanted to share because it's hilarious in my opinion. Anyway, so here is the more traumatizing one. It happened a couple months ago, and it was when two kids, Sam and I'm gonna call the other one Mike, they weren't getting along. They were enemies at the time. So I'm sitting there, I'm chilling with my friend. I'm loving this. We're doing a project on, I think it was, we had to build a bottle rocket. Anyway, it's my favorite thing to do. Anyway, and throughout the whole day, Mike and Sam weren't getting along. They were hating each other because Mike was calling Sam's sister, a slut, a whore, like lots of vile crap. It's quite, don't demonetize me for this, YouTube, but anyway. It was horrible. So they had separated, and then the teacher, Miss, I'm called her Doodlebutt, Miss Doodlebutt had separated them. One was sitting near me, it was Sam, and then the other, Mike, had walked past Sam to go get his tote tray, which is what we have at our school. It's full of our books and stuff. So anyway, he walks past, and Sam foot trips Makati and calls his sister. This was the time called him a slut. Called his sister a slut. So at this point, Mike loses it. He dodges another punch thrown by Sam after he threw that trip up. Actually trips Sam up, and when he's falling to the ground, grabs the back of his head and slams the front of his head into the table. And and then when Sam's on the ground, he's crying. He tries to get up, throw a weak ass punch. Makati pivots, kicks him in his knee, almost, I think it was fractured his knee, and then just kicks and stomps. And at this time, me and my best friend, I'm gonna name him Connor, we stood up and we ran to Makati, and I grabbed him from under his arms and pulled him off, threw him towards the teacher, and the teachers took him away. So my eyes darted at Sam, and then back at Makati, and Makati's broken free out of the teacher's grasp and comes over and stomps him in the jaw and his neck, and that also sort of munted him horribly. So I push him away. Makati throws a punch. Obviously, I do boxing, so I sort of blocked my face, and I punched him back and threw him. I didn't get in trouble for this. So I rush to Sam, and I look over, and he's crying. I'm not joking here. He's switching between gargling and crying. the look on his face he gave me of blood out his nose, on his foot, his entire face was covered in blood, and it was horrible. It was, I almost broke into tears. I was so traumatized. And then just my first thing was to do, like, holy crap, this dude's could die, because he's losing a lot of his blood squirting out of him, and he's crying. So so I'm already there. I said, "Are you okay?" when he clearly wasn't. He's like, "What do you think, dumbass?" So I'm like, "Sorry, I'm just trying to help you." And at this point, me and the teachers and Connor are helping him up. I looked at Connor like, holy goddamn, what did we just witness? Like, imagine the Negan lineup scene from The Walking Dead, and imagine it in a children's mind, like a child's mind. It was a lot less brutal than that, but it would have been close to that if a child had to watch The Walking Dead. Maybe exaggerating that part. It wasn't as bad as that. It was just, when Abraham got his head bashed and that blood down his face, it was like that, but mixed. No, actually, it was like when Glenn, not his eye, but his jaw was out. It was like that, blood on his face. It was like that. It was horrifying. Oh, yeah, down, fool. Sorry, I got out of track.
Look at that.
So this guy,
Jada lost her life for this thing.
he's crying,
He's just
and
lying on the floor.
automatically the teacher sit me down and say, what happened? And I explain everything,
His rise must have
and they
dropped
said
when he was
that must
trying
have
not to
been
get
really
shot, huh?
traumatizing for you, which it was.
Shit,
I
this
couldn't
is just
sleep
tissue
for days
samples.
after
Where's the
that.
other package?
It was, even now, it's coming on the verge of tears. I'm sitting in this dark room. The only light
looking pretty
above
fucked
it, I
up,
have
huh?
lights on my table.
Yeah, those don't look like the kinds of wounds you recover from.
Just chilling.
Then kill me.
No, I shouldn't. I should just leave you here to suffer. That's what you
It's
deserve.
horrible. It's...
Yes.
Yeah. It's... I still, to this day, whenever I go to sleep, or like when I try to close my eyes, not imagine any scenarios or anything, because that's stupid. All I can think about is Sam's face. I'm not joking. The gargling and the crying and the... Oh. Anyway, watch this badass scene.
Why don't you?
Because you're not the kind of loose end you leave untied.
Anyway, that's where I'm gonna end it. Thank you for watching. Please, this is hard for me to, because I'm thinking about it now and it's horrible. So I even think he tried to stab him with a broken bit of his glasses. Anyway, thank you for listening. Again, if a miracle happens and someone comments, just try not to have it negative. It's quite hard for me to talk about. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll post more Battlefield content soon. Have a good day, y'all. Peace.